boy from the service station, aren't you?
Bloody hell. There's been enough killing already.
Well, what else are we going to do? She knows you.
We'll have to take her with us.
What? Shut her up, will you? You're crazy! Drive, will you?
Sit still, will you?
Shut up! You're bloody mad bringing her along with us.
She knows me from the service station.
Yeah, we should have fixed her back there. Otherwise she wouldn't be able to tell nobody nothing. Sit still!
Give us no trouble.
I wouldn't mind if you whistled a song, but that noise is dreadful. Hey, and what about that mess in the kitchen?
I didn't even know Jennifer was home.
Don't be smart. You made that mess. You go and clean it up. Where is Jennifer? Didn't you see her?
No,
Well, she went out looking for you. You must have heard a call.
must have been somewhere else.
Well, I hope she doesn't waste too much time looking for you. She'll be late for her outing tonight.
Want me to go out and look for her?
No, I don't. Now go on, you go and clean that mess up. Then you can set the table for me.
That's woman's work.
Not in this house, it isn't. I'm not bringing up a little chauvinist. Go on, get on with it.
I bet that's just the way you talk to those prisoners.
Yes, I quite understand. Thank you. Goodbye. The telegram I ordered was cancelled.
They must have got someone on the outside to arrange for the other one then.
Would you show the women in now, please, Mr. Fawkner?
Coming, ladies.
Well, you are all looking very pleased with yourselves, aren't you?
Yeah, it went pretty well, didn't it, Mrs. Davidson?
I'll say it did.
You must realise this was a complete breach of the rules.
Oh, but you arranged it, Mrs. Davidson.
Yeah, it wasn't our fault if the singing telegram bloke came in here and started ripping all his clothes off.
You know very well that was not the telegram I ordered. And judging by your reaction, Smith, I would say the incident was as much a surprise to you as it was to me.
Somebody obviously just gave me what I always wanted. You could have at least let me souvenir the jockstrap, Mrs. Davidson.
I would say the people most likely to be responsible would be your closest friends. What do you think, Bryant?
I don't know, Mrs. Davidson. I think it's an outside job. Anyway, Mr. Fawkner's been very, very nice for a screw.
Yeah, why don't you ask him? He might know something about it.
You could. Oh, Mr. Fawkner, thank you so much for the lovely birthday
Look, Mrs.
present.
Davidson,
Quite all right, Mr. Fawkner. I know you wouldn't do such a thing. And as Lizzie is a little old to be thinking about strippers...
Oh, don't you underestimate Lizzie. Come to think of it, male strippers aren't exactly to my taste either.
Oh, well, they are to mine. But I didn't book him. And if I had have, I would have sent him to me.
Hey, maybe it was Officer Barry. Did you see the gleam behind those glasses when his trousers
That's
go?
quite enough. I am well aware who the culprits are. Bryant and Burns, you will be without the right to buy up for the rest of the week.
Oh, God, Mrs. Davidson, couldn't you just let it pass? I mean, we didn't do any harm.
Breach of the rules must be punished. That will be all. Mr. Fawkner, you can take them back to the recreation room now.
Well, ladies.
I hate losing my buy-up.
Thanks, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, I hope Lizzie will share some of her bickies with me.
You've got nothing to whinge about, Doreen.
Only losing my bloody buy-up.
Well, think about it. When did we last have buy-up?
Yesterday.
And how long have you lost it for?
You heard her the rest of the week.
Well, work it out. How often do we have buy-up?
Once a week.
Well...
Oh, we wouldn't have had buy-up till next week anyway.
Right.
So I haven't lost anything.
Davo obviously got the joke. She just thought she'd have to make it look as though she was punishing us.
Oh, what do you know? Davo's got a sense of humour after all.
Yeah, you know something? I reckon that surprise party came off real well.
I reckon it was that bloke's gear that came off well.
Hey. Jennifer's still not back.
Haven't sighted her. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Well, dinner's ready.
Let's have it without her.
She's probably still looking for you, Robert.
Well, that's pretty stupid. She should have known I'd come home in time for tea. When are we going to eat? I'm starving.
Oh, you're always starving.
Look, why don't I take a little walk and see if I can find her, eh?
Yeah, might be a good idea. Don't you be too long or the quiche will be burnt.
You're just chickening out because I'm beating you.
Listen, mate, I'll give you a thrashing after tea.
That'll be the day. I'll come with you. I can yell louder than you.
Righto, come on, mate.
Get her into the house.
Do that again, kid, and you're dead.
She?
Yeah, we should have killed her straight away, but this stupid bastard.
Oh, she knows me, Carol. She could have identified me.
What are we going to do with her?
Oh, I don't know. It was such a bloody mess.
Why? What happened?
Some idiot of a guard got in the way.
Well, Doug shot him. I reckon he killed him.
Doug?
Well, what the hell else was I meant to do, eh? It was his bloody fault. He got in the way.
Yeah, but a bank job's one thing. Murder.
We are in real trouble.
Yeah, first the bank guard mucking everything up, and then her. Sit down. We're gonna have to get rid of her sooner or later. I reckon it might as well be now.
Now, we don't hear a word out of you.
How long are you going to keep me here? You just shut up. Don't do nothing to get on Dougie's nerves. Else he won't get out of here at all.
He wants to kill me.
Look, you'll be all right. Just don't do nothing stupid, that's all. Just let Dougie forget about you for a while.
There's about $2,000 there. If we'd hung around a bit longer, we could have got to the vault.
How could we hang around after you shot that bloke?
And we could have got to the vault.
Yeah, but someone would have heard the shot. The cops would have been on their way.
Listen, mate, if you hadn't lost your bloody head, we could have got the lot.
Are you guys hungry? Do you want me to get you something to eat?
Yeah, thanks.
Is that little bitch going to behave herself?
Yeah. She's just a kid. She won't do nothing.
She better not.
Where the heck's she got to, I wonder?
I reckon she's gone to herself. Bet you that goes straight to the disco.
No, she wouldn't do that. She knows she's supposed to be home for tea.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, eh?
Never seen this here. There was an old bomb here before.
Yeah, look, don't worry about that. We've got to find Jenny. Listen, what about you let out a couple more of those ear splitters of yours, eh?
Jenny! Jenny!
2,700 for risking our bloody lives. Terrific.
That's better than nothing.
This was going to be the big time for us, mate. Never have to work again. And look what we end up with. A couple of lousy grand and a stupid little bitch on our hands. Listen to her. I'll soon shut her up.
No, Dougie. What else do you expect her to do? She's scared stupid.
She got every bloody right to be. We're going to have to take her out into the bush and finish her off.
No.
Oh, well, what do you reckon we ought to do with her?
We can work something out.
Yeah.
Just get in there and tell her to shut up.
Yeah. We told you to keep quiet. Now just shut up. Look, kid, You've got to do just what I tell you to do, else you're going to be in real strife.
What's going to happen to me?
You'll be all right if you don't cause no trouble. Going out dancing or something, will you?
To a disco with a girlfriend.
How old are you?
15.
Used to love going out dancing myself when I was your age. Of course, my mum wouldn't let me wear all that muck on my face.
It's the first time I was allowed to. Up the fucking muck.
Don't start that again, else you'll get dug in here. You won't like that. Now, look, I'm not cooking you meals for nothing. Eat this lot, then get some sleep. It's the safest thing you can do.
I just thought you might have seen her. Thanks anyway, Kay. Yeah, yes, I'm sure she will be. Right, bye.
No go?
None of her girlfriends have seen her.
What about that Michelle she was going out with tonight?
Oh, I'm not even sure of her surname. I think it's something like Clark.
Why don't you look it up in the phone book?
Oh, there must be hundreds of Clarks in the phone book. Without her father's initials, I wouldn't stand a chance of finding it.
Yeah, all right. Just trying to help.
Yeah. Dinner okay?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's probably them now. What, didn't you find her? We'll have to call the police.
Don't panic.
Look, she's never done this before. She's always been home for meals. She's going out tonight. She wouldn't want to be late for that. Something's happened to her.
Look, darling, you know kids. She'll be home any minute now with some half-baked excuse.
Yeah, well, it better be good.
Besides, we'll be ringing the police for no reason at all. We're going to look like fools now, aren't we?
All right, I'll leave it for half an hour or so, but if she's not back by then, I'm going to call them.
Right, fair enough. Now, how about some tea, eh? I'm starving. Dish up Jenny's, too.
I'll look at you.
2 pair, king size.
3 queens.
Yours again, mate.
How's that, honey? 3 ladies.
Just you stay away from the ladies, Doug.
Oh, who needs ladies when they've got you, eh? You're better than any 3 ladies I know.
Look what you've done. There's bloody nuts all over the floor.
It's nice to see her where she belongs, mate. At my feet.
Yeah, some blokes have all the luck.
Oh, hey, mate, I want to be fair. I mean, I know what you think about my wife. Why don't we, make her the stake for the next hand?
Like bloody hell you will.
Oh, come on, Carol. We all know that Mel's been trying to get his hands on you ever since he first met you. Why don't you give him a chance?
Don't talk rubbish, Doug.
Look at him, honey. Red as a beetroot.
Just stop it, Doug.
You lay off, will you, mate?
Hey, what's up with this? I mean, I'm the one who's taken all the risks.
Let's just play cards, eh?
What's the matter, mate? Don't you think you could rise to the occasion, eh?
Your deal.
Oh, yeah. Bitch up to? You little brat. Want to break your neck.
Dougie, leave her alone.
You made a bad mistake this time, sweetheart. I'm going to make sure you don't make another one.
The bandits made their escape in a silver sports car, believed
Come
to be
on,
a
love,
master
try and
of
relax,
We
eh?
have got to call the police.
Did you hear that? The Wentworth bank got robbed. The car they escaped in stands just like the sports car we saw in the lane, Dad.
Yeah.
But
Do you reckon it could be the same one?
it seems that although
I don't
all parties are now in full agreement,
All right, love, we'll ring the police.
Good.
Listen, son, you turn that telly down.
Hello? No, she isn't. Have you heard anything from her at all? Right, I see. No, we're not sure what's happened. Yes, please, call back then, Michelle.
Michelle Clark.
Yes, Jennifer was due at her place over an hour ago. She hasn't seen anything of her.
You should have got the number.
Oh, well, look, I didn't think. Anyhow, she's going to ring back later.
Listen, mate, turn that thing off. Yes, I want to report a missing person.
Fawkner. Seems like you're on duty night and day. Can't tear yourself away from us, can you?
Ah, it's the money you can't tear himself away from. You must have earned enough to deck that yacht out like the Britannia by now.
Oh, yeah. You're something of a celebrity this morning, Smith.
I am. I didn't know this.
Have a look at that.
Hey. Oh, B, it must be your article.
Oh, did they put it all in? There it is. Queen Bee's column.
Yeah, looks like they printed a lot of it.
Oh, congratulations, B.
Well, we're going to have to go to the pub and celebrate after work, eh? We got a real-life journal on our hands here.
Come on, you can read it properly later.
Oh. Gee, it's got your name on it and everything.
Yeah, that's called a byline, Doreen.
Oh. Well, it looks real professional.
Yeah, I always thought I might end up as an old pro.
Oh, good morning, Wendy. Have you finished those letters I gave you to
Just
type?
finishing them now, Mrs. Davidson.
Good, because I want to get them off as soon as possible.
Sorry I'm a bit late, Mrs. Davidson.
Is something the matter, Mrs. Powell?
Yes. I'll be with you in a moment. I'm expecting a very important phone call, Wendy. As soon as it comes through, will you contact me?
Yes, of course.
It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll take that call. It's my daughter, Jennifer. She went out yesterday afternoon, late, to look for her brother, and, well, she just didn't come back.
You mean she stayed out all night?
Yeah. The police haven't been able to find her. We weren't sick.
Well, has she done this sort of thing before?
Oh, no. She's a good kid. She's never given us any trouble. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, perhaps she stayed with friends.
Well, she would have told us. Besides, we have checked everyone. Oh, I don't know. I just wish I hadn't let her wear those stupid tight trousers, all that makeup.
Look, I don't think you should have come in, Colleen. I'll get someone else to fill in for you.
No, Mrs. Davidson, I would rather be here. It might take my mind off it for a while. Besides, Patrick's at home. He'll ring me as soon as he hears anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Go up the wall at home.
Well, as soon as you hear, let me know. And if there's anything I can do...
Yes. Well, thanks, Mrs. Davidson. Let's get on with it.
Gee, doesn't look terrific in a real newspaper. I mean, not just like the Weekly Stir.
Hey, don't you go knocking our paper.
Oh, I'm not, but you know what I mean. I mean, this is a real newspaper with real reporters' articles in it and everything.
Yeah. It's a big time, isn't it? You never know, B, what's going to happen. You could end up with your own regular column.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, why not? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Presenting Miss Beatrice Smith with all the news that's hardly fit to print.
Oh, knock it off, you two. There's no way I'm going to start writing that stuff all the time. It's just a flash in the pan.
But you did it once. Why can't you do it again?
That's right. I think they deserve to know what goes on in dumps like this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should write a few more articles, make those parkers on the outside sit up and take notice.
That's right. It could certainly force the department's hand to do something to improve things in here. I don't think they'd like to see their dirty linen washed in public.
Oh, God, is that what I'm doing? Washing dirty linen? Doesn't matter what I do, does it? I always end up back in the laundry.
Yes, Ted, I agree. But isn't that the sort of tyrannical action the department wants to avoid? Surely if future circulations are restricted to within the prison... Yes, I think I could guarantee that. Very well, then. I am sure I can. Yes. Thank you, Ted. Goodbye.
Trouble?
Well, apparently a copy of B. Smith's article found its way into the dispatch, and needless to say, the department is not very happy about it.
But why? I'll admit it's a bit strong, but it's true.
Oh, don't let Mr. Douglas hear you say that. As far as he's concerned, the weekly stir shall be stopped immediately.
But they can't do that. The women are interested. They're doing something positive for a change.
Well, it hasn't been cancelled yet, but they're going to have to learn a whole new set of rules.
Huh? I heard the bit about it being restricted to the prison. And what else?
Well, the department wants all articles censored before they go to press.
That makes the whole thing useless. There's no point to it if the women can't express themselves openly.
Well, let's see how the women react, shall we?
All right, ladies, your attention, please.
What's up, Mrs. Davidson?
Her blood pressure,
I want you to know that future circulation of the Weekly Stir will have to be restricted to Wentworth, and all subject matter will have to be approved before it is printed.
Oh, terrific.
Oh, that article in the Dispatch really hit the department on the raw, didn't it?
That's enough, Smith.
Oh, I suppose you're going to victimize her now just because she wrote the article.
I've told you what the situation is to be, and I have no intention of discussing it any further.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? That's what she says. That's what happens.
Yeah, all right, calm down, calm down.
Rotten pigs, what's the use of us having our own newspaper?
Bloody none.
Look, it's not Mrs. Davidson's fault.
Oh, who gives a bugger whose fault it is? We still have freedom of speech just like anyone else, haven't we?
Yeah, and you were right behind us from the beginning. How come you folded up so easily?
When the department gives a directive, we've got to obey it.
Yeah, bloody bureaucrats.
All they want to do is sit on us and suffocate
Yeah,
us.
it's no use talking to you when you're like this. I'll talk to you when you've calmed down.
Yeah, well, don't hold your
We're
breath.
not going to calm down. We're going to stay mad until we can print what we want to in our own newspaper.
Without rotten censorship, too.
Got to do something, B.
Yeah, all right. Give me a minute to think about it.
Well, at least we got them running scared. Having the paper, I suppose, gives us some power.
Ah, but only if we can get it to the outside. That way it's a real weapon. And we're not going to let them take that away from us.
Where's Doug?
Going to get some grog.
Well, how's the girl?
Gave her some breakfast.
Did you untie her?
Well, I wasn't going to spoon feed her.
Did you tie her up again?
No, I did not. You can't leave the poor kid tied up day and night.
Yeah, I know. Dougie mightn't like it.
I can handle Doug. What do you want? So you couldn't leave it tied up. You can bring your breakfast things out with you.
Can you let my parents know I'm all right?
No, the lab's in the same place it was last time. Hurry up.
You're a bit tough on her, ain't you, Carol?
Yeah. I don't want her thinking this is some school picnic. She does anything to upset Doug, well, you know what'll happen.
Yeah, I thought she had it last night. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have a go at you.
It's all right. You're worried too, I can see that.
Why do we let Doug get us into these things, eh?
He's my husband.
Yeah.
What's your excuse?
He's me mate.
Guess we're both stupid.
They're determined to censor anything we might have to say. Because my story about Susie Driscoll was published in a weekly newspaper, the department are now using strong-arm tactics to suppress anything else we might write.
Oh, that's telling them.
Oh, yeah, but what's the use, B? A fat lot of good writing how they're going to suppress us. If they're going to suppress what you write.
When this is finished, I'm going to get it out to the Dispatch. We'll have to use a bloody carrier pigeon. Let's wait till it hits the fan this time. It'll really shake things up.
Shake 'em. They'll jump higher than the bloke who saw the redback on the Dunning seat.
It's got all about the robbery in here.
Descriptions?
Yeah, no one I'd know.
What about the guard?
Oh, he died on the way to hospital.
Anything about the girl?
No, I probably reckon she ran away from home. I did when I was 14. Never went back neither.
Hope this kid gets back.
Sure she will. As soon as we're finished here.
I don't know. Dougie gets in one of his moods, like he was last night.
What he said, last night, about you and me.
Forget about it, Mel. He just gets bloody minded at times. He's taking his time getting the grog.
Yeah, he probably stopped for a few while he was there.
It's a bit early.
Never too early for Doug. Yeah, well, I think I'll go for a bit of a walk. Feeling a bit cooped up in here.
Think how she feels. Hi. Do you want anything?
I need to go home.
Yeah, well, I don't even know your name.
Jenny. Jenny Powell. Mum always calls me Jennifer.
Yeah, well, mums are like that. Jenny, I was thinking about your mum and dad.
Yes?
Well, maybe just one short phone call wouldn't hurt, just to let them know you're okay.
You let me ring them?
No, I didn't say that. I'll just ring them up and let them know that you're all right, then hang up.
Let me speak to Mum. I'll only say what you want me to.
No, look, I'm sorry. You better forget about the whole thing. I shouldn't...
Make the call, please, just so don't worry so much.
I'm crazy to even think about it.
There mightn't be anyone at home now. Pestering Mum at work.
Well, you'll have to write the number down for me.
Finished the letter, B?
Yeah, roughly, but I want to rewrite it.
To tell them how they're trying to make trouble with the stirred and not to give us enough paper and all that.
Don't worry, Lizzie, I told you everything.
Yeah, I know, but they don't listen, do they?
Listen, well, there's a written letter. It's all written. Oh, good.
Susie, come over here. I want to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
Well, you know I mentioned our farm.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard work, but it's a good life. And you like Phil. He's a nice guy. And Jason, too. He's a good kid.
I know. We had a chat in the garden.
Well, what I wanted to say is, will you come and live with us when you get out of here?
Oh, that'd be terrific.
Of course, you'd have to help on the farm.
Oh, I'd love that. I've always reckoned it'd be great to live in the country. But I never thought I'd be able to do it with my own mum. Oh, can I tell anyone?
Not now. We'll keep it a secret for a while yet.
Okay, a secret between you and me.
Susie, there's still something you've got to face.
Oh, I can face anything now. Oh, just as long as I know I'm going to have a home and be a part of a real family. With you. Oh, go on, what was it?
Nothing. We'll talk about it sometime later.
Wentworth Detention Centre.
Is there a Mrs. Powell there, please? It's about her daughter.
What the bloody hell are you doing?
Well, I was just going to...
You could have ruined everything, you stupid bitch. I'm going to have to teach you to use some sense.
Oh, no, Dougie, please.
Oh, Mrs. Powell, there was a phone call for you just now. Something about your daughter.
What? Why didn't you phone me? I told you it was urgent.
The call was cut off.
What do you mean?
Well, it was very strange. A woman asked to speak to you and said it was about Jennifer. Then I heard a man's voice. He sounded angry. The next thing I knew, the phone was slammed down in my ear.
Oh, my God. I've got to call the police.
Doug back yet?
Yeah, he's back.
Hey, what happened?
Don't make a fuss about it, Mel.
Did he do that to your face?
It was my own fault. Don't say anything, please.
He's got no right, Carol.
I told you it was my own fault. Tried to ring the girl's mum. Caught me.
Hell, you're lucky he didn't kill you.
Yeah, but he had a bloody good go.
We better get this day sorted out, mate.
Yeah, right.
I noticed most of the inmates are used, so we'll be able to use them straight away if we want to. We'll have to sit on the unused ones for a while, though. They might have the serial numbers.
What do you reckon we head into the state tomorrow, eh?
We'll have to get another car, mate. The old bomb mightn't make it.
Yeah, we can do that, can't we?
Sure. Just pay a deposit and they'll never see us again. But, what about the kid?
Well, we could take her as a hostage. Then when we're out in the bush, we can let her go.
Sure. And have her go running straight to the cops.
Yeah, but we'll be out of the state by the time she can contact them.
You know what? You're just as stupid as she is. You know what she did?
Yeah, she told me, Doug. Well, she didn't mean any harm by it.
Oh, yeah? Did she tell you what the kid's mum was? A screw in a prison. Remember what we said when we were inside, son? The only good water's a dead one. Well, the same goes for the kid. So you better get bloody used to the idea. We can't afford to let her go.
Thought you might like something.
Thanks. Did you manage to speak to Mum? I'm sorry I hurt you.
No more than usual.
Does he hit you a lot?
Only when I upset him. Pig. Who are you calling a pig?
Him treating you like that.
Listen, you don't know nothing about it. Dougie's had a real hard life, not a cushy one like you've had.
All the same, it still doesn't give him the right to go around bashing people.
He's my husband. That gives him some rights, doesn't it? We've been married for 11 years. And we've had some real good times. Dougie can be real gentle. And he's funny. We've had a few good laughs.
All the same, it still doesn't give him any rights to bash
You just keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know nothing. And I'm warning you, if you want to get out of this alive, don't do nothing to rile Doug.
How many animals have you got? Apart from the chooks, 7 cows, 4 pigs, and a sheep. Just one sheep? Yeah, it used to be Jason's pet lamb. He's called Woolly. Woolly? That's a good name for a sheep. Yeah. Phil was thinking of getting some mohair goats. They're beautiful. I thought I might learn how to spin the mohair and make jumpers and things. Oh, that'd be fun. Could be your department, looking after the goats. Oh, I'd love that. Oh, why didn't we do it years ago? What do you mean? Settle down in the country. I used to talk to you about it, remember? Oh, you gave me a picture book, 1 year for Christmas. We were real broke that year. That was the only present I got, remember? Susie, we're not going to think about the past. We'll just look to the future, because it's going to be good. Yeah, I know it is, Mum. Why don't you just call me Jo, like my friends do? Because that's what I'd like us to be, friends. You're not a child anymore, you're a young woman. You could be a great friend to me out on the farm. I get lonely sometimes when Phil's working long hours. I've been lonely too. Yeah, I know you have. There's no need for either of us to be lonely now. We've got each other. Friends, okay? Oh, can I tell someone, Jo? Just me best mates. Yeah, all right. B, Lizzie, I've got some real beaut news.
What is it, love?
I'm going to live with Jo on a farm with the rest of her family.
Beauty butler.
Isn't it great, B?
Yeah, great.
Here.
Well, there's about $2,000 here in used notes.
Pity we didn't get to that bloody vault, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, mate. I'm sorry if I'm a bit hard to get on with. Just that I'm a bit uptight about things going wrong with the job. Sitting around here is getting on my wick. Must be worse for you, though.
What do you mean?
Well, at least I've got my bit of skirt. You haven't even got that.
Yeah, he needs a wife, so he's got something to use as a punching bag.
I'll tell you what, Mel. If you're feeling like a bit of fun, I know I'd turn it on for you, mate.
She's only a kid.
She looks old enough to me. Besides, I'm just trying to do Mel a good turn.
Well, Mel isn't interested.
He might be when he's had time to think about it. Might even be myself.
And you haven't had any phone calls there at all?
Nothing. What did the police say when you rang them?
Well, they're beginning to think she might have been abducted.
But why would anyone abduct her? I mean, we're not rich. We haven't got any money to pay any big ransoms or anything like that.
I don't know. Oh, God. I thought it'd help if I came in here to work, but all I can think of is Jennifer. Not doing my job properly.
Look, love, why don't you just come on home?
No, I want to stay here. Whoever rang might want to ring back. Oh, God, Patrick.
Hang on, love. Don't go to pieces. Look, that's not going to help Jenny.
Yes, well, I know, but what if she has?
Don't even think like that. She's all right. We're going to get her back.
Love you.
I love you too. You just try not to worry, eh?
Okay, I'll ring you as soon as I hear anything, all right?
Yeah, same here. Bye.
She was crying all over the place, sort of went to pieces.
No kidding.
That's why she jumped down our throats. She is upset about something.
Yeah, but about what? Maybe old Davo gave the rounds of the kitchen or something.
No, it sounds more serious than that. I don't imagine old Po-Face would go to peace just because Davo had a go at her.
Anyway, it makes a good scoop for the paper. What do you reckon, B?
I think you should hold off on it, Lizzie.
Oh, bloody hell. First time I get a decent scoop and it's scrapped.
Well, I think you should hold fire until we get all the facts straight. You never know, it could be something really useful to us.
Oh, poor Mrs. Powell. It must be something awful to get her going like that.
Don't go wasting your sympathy on screws. They never wasted any on us.
I'm sick of this.
Now, why are you complaining? You bloody mean it.
All that money's giving me itchy fingers, mate.
It's better if we don't spend any of it till we get into state, isn't it?
Yeah. When are we going to eat?
I'll put on dinner in a minute.
A new face might brighten the place up a bit.
What do you mean?
I'm just going to invite our guest out.
You leave her alone, Doug.
And you don't tell me what to do. How's our little girl? Good. Not so little, though, are you? Do you want to come outside? Oh, come on. You've been stuck in here for too long. Eh? Come on. Come and see how the other half lives.
Come and sit down, Jenny.
Hold on. You're going to play cards with Uncle Nell.
Can't play cards.
Oh, well, then just go and keep him company, eh?
Lay off with it, Doug.
You're not much good at keeping blokes company either, are you?
Jennifer can help me cook dinner.
Yeah, I'm a good cook.
Come on, Jenny.
It's nice to know you're good for something. I reckon she'd be pretty good for something else too, mate.
Come on, hopeless.
Mrs. Powell? Mrs. Powell?
Yes, what is it?
I've got some good news, and I'm telling all my friends. Do you want to hear it?
love to. What is it?
I'm going to go and live with Jo. On a farm with her husband and her little son.
Good, Susie. I'm pleased to hear that.
And I'm going to behave myself. No more escapes.
Well, that's even better. Susie. You know, you're not much older than my daughter.
Bet you get on real well with your daughter.
Good friends.
That's what Jo says we're going to be. Real good mates. It's great, isn't it? Is there anything wrong, Mrs. Powell?
No, nothing. It's time to go back in, that's all. There'll be a mail call in a minute. All right, everyone. Back inside.
At least she's not yelling. I'd love to know why she turned on the waterworks before, though.
She still looks pretty strained. Susie might have found out something.
Did you get the good oil, love?
What?
To find out what happened to Po-Face.
She's awfully sad, but I don't know what's wrong.
Come on, keep moving.
Best do as she says, otherwise she'll throw another Barney.
Oh, where'd you get to, love?
I was just looking for Jo.
I think she went to get a cardie. Anyway, you got a letter and I took it for you.
Oh, that must be from my aunt.
I got one from Ellen, too. Gives me a real kick when I get a letter. Poor old Bee, she doesn't get many these days, so I always read mine to her. She loves it, keeps her interested.
Oh, that's real nice of you, Lizzie.
Josie and Ellen sound very happy, Bee.
Oh, good.
You want me to read the letter to you?
Yeah, sure.
I reckon young Susie. It's funny. She was here a minute ago.
Come on, Lizzie, get on with it.
Get out of here! Leave me alone! What? You lied to me! Liar! Liar!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare, waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.